Hello guys, I've been working on the Arduboy libraries for playdate. Basically Eric Lewis initially created it, but many games seems to have a bit of issues. So I fixed most of them, at least I think so, and I've started adding new ports. So in this video I will be showing the new ports I added, which are now playable on playdate. So the first one is Arduventure. It's an RPG game. This game also uses the ATM lib library from Team ARG. And for the playdate I made a native version using the help of Cloud AI. Yeah, and it sounds a bit different because most of the games from Arduboy on playdate doesn't sound too well. But it's kind of the same for all kind of emulators for Arduboy. So yeah, so here I am at the name entry. It initially had a bug where they did not display, so I fixed that. It's a nice game. I fixed also the encounters, the monster encounters. Initially they were not triggering, or they were triggering too late, but now they trigger as expected. It's a little RPG game. It's a nice game. I won't spend too many time on the games themselves, as they are fairly known, at least if you own an Arduboy. So yeah, this was Arduventure. Ardinia is kinda like a Zelda game. I also added in my port the EEP-ROM implementation. Basically it allows games to save their progress and you can continue using the progress, or it can save high scores and so. Let's see, what's the button. It's a nice game. It's really like a Zelda game, and there's dungeons. People say it's rather short, but yeah, I mean, it's also, you have to understand that the Arduboy is very limited. It's not like the playdate itself. It's even more constrained than the playdate, and yeah, it's already impressive that they made such kind of game on the Arduboy. Oh, I died. So yeah, let's move on to the next game. So this is Candlelight. It was ported by someone else, not by me, but it's using the same libraries. Basically, you're a little fire from a candle, and yeah, you have to progress each screen, but you only have a very limited amount of view of what you can see, basically around your little flame. No, here I died. The little flame also sticks to the walls. And I think I don't know what to do here. So yeah, the water extinguishes your flame, but I don't see how I can progress here. Oh wait. Yeah. So yeah, that's Candlelight. Dark and Under is a really nice RPG game, also in the old style dungeon kind of things. So you have the map and you move and then you encounter enemies and they attack you and you attack back. Initially this game was not working, the text was not displaying, and there was no delay between the attacks, so the fights immediately ended. but it was rather easy to implement the delays. It was basically a function that was missing in the libraries of Arduboy from the port. So I added it in, and the fix for the text was also rather easy. I just had to split up the print function and the write function, well, the print function into the print and the write function, so that games could override the write function, and then it started working. The game has no sound, so yeah. This game is named Epic Rates of Mass Destruction. Basically, you're a little guy and you can shoot. You have to pick up the crates, and each crate has different guns, and when you touch an enemy, it's game over. The aim of the game is to reach the highest score possible. And there's all kinds of weapons. So like a big shotgun. Yeah, I'm dead. So let's move on to the next game. Evasion is made by Obono. I had to convert the sound, but I had to convert the library to Arduboy 2 because it was still using Arduboy 1 library, but it still seems to work. Only sound is a bit weird, but yeah. Basically, you have to avoid the moving pillars. Well, you keep running, your little guy, and you have to avoid the little pillars. And as you progress the game, I think the speed increases. Initially, maybe for playdate it's a bit too slow because it was normally a 60 FPS game and playdate can only do 50 FPS by default. So, but you can increase the speed in the settings. And when you touch a pillar, it's game over. The game, let me do it again. If you wait at the game over screen, it will return to the main screen, I think. And then you can check up on your, oh no. Then you can check up, or I think on the, no, it's not in this game. Here are the settings. So yeah. Also the playtime, it was not displaying initially correctly, but I fixed that. I also did many other fixes for other games, the original games. So Fast was also ported by someone else. It's basically, it makes me think a bit of Wipeout in a straight line tunnel where you have to avoid hitting the obstructions, but there are also turbo paths. The aim of the game is to get the best times possible on each lap, well, on each level. And initially you play 6 laps, but you can set it up for less laps. It's a nice game. I had not seen it before on Arduboy. I own an Arduboy FX myself, but I had not played this one. So I only found out with the port. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to finish the 6 laps. No, well, maybe I will. Depends on how long it takes. No, it will take too long. So let's move on to the next game. Hollow Seeker is also a very nice game by Obono. Basically, you're a little miner guy, and you can move to the right as soon as there is space, but you have to find little spaces where you won't die when the walls move between, so you don't get crushed. And the aim of the game is to advance as far as possible to the right without dying. So if I, for example, don't have any space and I move here, then I will die. The game keeps record of your highest scores, your best records I mean. And you can look them up in the record screen. It also keeps track of playtime and play count. So yeah, little game. You also have to understand the Arduboy, as I said, was more constrained than the playdate, so you cannot expect really big expansive games, at least not like on the playdate. So Hopper is also a known game on Arduboy. You're this little guy and he jumps on platforms and you have to keep jumping on platforms while moving up without losing track of it. The higher you go, you'll eventually reach a platform that moves you on to the next level. I'm not sure, I have only been able to reach level 2, so I'm not sure if there are any special kind of platforms or any special objects. But the game is also not so easy, just playing it like this, but still a very nice game. It also keeps track of the best records, so here is the end level. And you can view your best scores. So due to the EPP ROM saving, those best scores will also be saved now. Oh, I'm dead. And then you can view them in your in the high score screen. With the Bono games, if you wait at the game over screen, you return to the game screen, to the title screen. So basically here you can view your best times again, scores. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Reversi is basically, it's got another name also, but I can't remember it. Yeah, so basically you play as the black pieces, and you have to, like for example here there is a black piece, there's a white piece, and if you put a black piece here, this white piece will be turned black. So you have to try to get as many as possible. It's a board game of your own pieces in the same color. I find that the CPU in this game pretty good because I haven't been able to win a single game. What I do know is you have to try to reach these corners with your color, and once you do so, it's much more easier to flip the other pieces. But the CPU is rather good at getting to the corners himself. So yeah, it doesn't look good. Yeah, well there it is, he already has a corner. Once you have a corner, they can easily put, for example, like if I put one now here, he can always take it back. And since he has lots of gear on the lower line, he can always put some pieces back up, and it will flip the whole line. Yeah, it seems I'll be losing again. So it's not a good idea to put it here, because he will immediately steal it. Yeah. Also, if you cannot take a piece, you have to pass the move. I see, you can basically go the whole screen and still, yeah, he has got the corner. So yeah, I lost. And this is only on level 1, because there are multiple levels. Let's move on to the next game. Sansan, yeah, it's rather difficult. I think on the Arduboy it played slower, but basically you're this little guy, and you can move up, down, and you have to avoid the monsters. But you can also punch with your bag and move into a direction with the bag to like that, and to hit the enemies. Some of the enemies also shoot bullets, so it's a rather very difficult game. I'm not too good at it. And the aim of the game is to reach the highest score possible. I don't think it's using AAP ROM, so it doesn't save the high scores between game sessions. So yeah, little game. Let's move on. Saren is a Team ARJ game. Team ARJ has some very nice games. It's basically a shoot 'em up in the sea. Let me check if the sound is on. Yeah. So basically you play this little mermaid and you have to shoot the fishes coming at you. Aim of the game is also to reach the highest score possible. There are bosses inside the game. But in order to reach them you have to play pretty good, because the stages, well, usually you'll die, especially in the beginning, without even ever reaching the bosses. I think there are about 6 or 7 stages in total. So yeah, I had edited the game to be invincible initially to test it out, as it was crashing some of the games. Porting Arduboy Games is fairly easy now to the playdate, at least if they are using Arduboy 2 library or Arduboy 2 tunes, or Arduboy tones. Well, I mean Arduboy play tunes or Arduboy tones as sound. If it uses the Arduboy 1 library, it won't be able to play them. You can, however, it's not so hard to port an Arduboy 1 game to an Arduboy 2 library game, so it's still possible. What's more difficult is if games are using hardware timers, which are not available, of course, on the playdate on the ports. That's alive. I'm amazed I'm reaching so far, because usually I'm dead way before this. And there's the pattern of the fishes coming to you changes. Well, it seems I cleared stage 1. So yeah, this is Siren by Team IRJ. Tacklebox is a little fishing game. Basically you have to collect bait or buy it, and then go fishing to catch your biggest fish. You can sell the fish in a store and then gain more money or buy new fish, new bait. There's nothing more to it, at least as far as I could tell. So it's a very short game, but yeah, it keeps track also of your catch fish that you currently have. And there's different kinds of bait, but that's basically it. You can save the game, it remembers it. So yeah, let's move on. Trolleyfish is another Team RJ game. It's not the same as Siren. Basically you're this little fish that likes collecting starfish, and the aim of the game is to collect as much as possible the fishes. You can there are different kind of power-ups to, for example, shoot fish coming at you or pause them from moving while still collecting the starfish. So you can see I eat them there. It's not so easy, this game, especially later on. That was another power-up that killed all the fish on screen. Some fish you cannot kill by shooting. That's a protection thing, I think. Yeah. So the fish can't hurt you now. That, not sure what that is. That kills all the fish. Yeah. But some fish are unaffected, like the jellyfish or the big eel. This one will, see, pass the enemies, but you can still move and you can kill. I think you can kill in the meantime the fish or not. Oh no, they have to move. So now, oh, I'm dead. Aim of the game is to reach the highest score possible. I'm not sure if it saves it. I don't think it does. And Waternet, the final game, is a game I created for Arduboy. It also has a native game for playdate, but basically this was one of the initial versions I made for the Arduboy. I think you know it if you play it on the playdate, but basically there are 3 game modes: rotate, sliding and slide rotating, and the aim of the game is to let water flow through all the pipes starting from the middle by either rotating or sliding the pieces. In rotate mode you only can rotate the pieces. In sliding mode, which is the hardest mode, you can only slide the pieces. So I will show it later. Yeah, I don't think this is it. Oh yeah, it is. So yeah, once all pieces are in place, you win the level and the next level is unlocked. It saves your progress, so you can continue where you were last. So for example, I will show you quickly the slide mode, but it's very difficult. So basically now you cannot rotate the pieces, but you have to move them in a certain direction using the little arrows on the side and try to complete a level like this. And in sleep mode is a combination of both. So basically you can rotate each piece individually, but you can also slide them like so. So yeah, these are some extra games I ported. As said, the original games that had issues are also fixed. For example, in Castle Boy, in level 2, the platform to jump over the gap not always appeared. The various game is playable. The escaper droid no longer crashes. Yeah, there's been many fixes, so I think I've got about 100 extra commits compared to the original library. I will post the link to the library and the games inside the description. Maybe I can quickly show you the assets. Let me check. I need to go back to the menu, all games. I can show you also some of the original games that I fixed. So for example, ArduMiner could crash if you went to the crafting screen. That no longer is the case. You can access the crafting screen. Also, this is not a bug. This happened, well, maybe it's a bug, but it also happened in the original code. In the emulators it also happened. escaper droid no longer crashes, it boots and you can play it, but you have to be aware. Oh, that's another game. It doesn't work. Let me see. Trolleyfish, tackleboard. Be Gemmed I think was playable. So the various game now finally works. It also remembers progress, at least if you choose to continue. Basically initially the game was always getting stuck here. And with the A button you can shoot, and the B button also. The difference is with the A button you keep moving, shooting in the same direction, while with the other button you move and you can switch direction. And you have to save the little people, like these. There are two, and then find the exit without dying from the zombies. Oh, there's many here. Also your weapon can overload, so like if you're shooting too much, you see the little progress bar at the top left. It will stall. And also the aim of the game is to get the highest score possible. I'm not really sure if it saves the high scores, but it does at least save the level progress. I think the exit was at the top, yeah. So then you get extra score for the time remaining and move on to the next level. In the next levels, I don't know how many levels there are, but in higher levels they basically block your path from easily moving to other places. Like here with the trees, you can get stuck and killed by the zombies. I'm not sure if I fixed some other game. Yeah, in Train Dodge I fixed some other things. Basically initially the game, like I will show it, here it wasn't able to show the negative points, and in the earlier versions when you played it, it showed very big or very high positive numbers, but it were basically always negative numbers it tried to display. Let me think if I fix some other things. Yeah, the Shadow Runner game is finally playable. Before it was not playable because the spawns were not correct. So the spawns of the birds of the live piece, like this, never appeared in the correct places, and you would always die immediately. You couldn't progress further, and now you can at least play it. The aim of the game is to reach the highest score possible, avoid getting hit by objects, and basically you can slide and jump to avoid objects. Also the life, I think it goes down faster the further you progress, so it's more important to catch the little hearts to get more life. But basically if you touch some of the things you die and it's game over. Pocket Fighter was fine. Mystic Balloon had also issues with the original games. In some levels the spikes did not appear on the correct places. So basically, let me see, maybe I've still saved it. Yeah, in level 3. Well, it's actually level 4 where it's easily viewable. But basically, spikes like, let me check. Spikes like those not always appeared on the correct places or did not even spawn, and it made the game too easy or not the same as it was intended. You can also catch little bad guys. I'm not sure what the little key is. I think it was here. Oh shit. So yeah, the jetpack was fine. The escaper droid game, that's a real one. It's playable, but you have to be aware the game was unfinished by Team ARG. So I don't think it's, well, you can play it like this, there is no way to finish it or to basically succeed in the game. At least not as far as I'm aware. The Dino game had some issues initially with high score entry. I'll show you what I fixed. I'm not sure if I can show it because I have to reach a high score and I always die. But basically on the high score input screen it was displaying the values of the characters instead of the characters themselves, and now it correctly displays yeah, the letters instead of displaying numbers. As you can see, which were some of the other Ninja games. This one was working fine, so yeah, it's kind of it. As said, I will post a link to the to the little games. Well, my GitHub repo containing the little games, the PTX files you can download and sideload. I think there's about 30 games, maybe more, well, around 30 games. So yeah, that was it guys, have fun and see you next time.